India recorded a historic achievement on missile technology front yesterday, that is November 17th, by successfully testing a hypersonic missile. That was a big, incredible achievement. Why is it so? Because only three countries in the world possess a hypersonic missile. They are one Russia, then China, and United States. Only Russia possesses an operational hypersonic missile. China says they have one. United States says they have progressed to a great extent in developing hypersonic missiles. So that is the situation. You know now where India stands in this technology. Then what is a hypersonic missile? It's a missile that travels at hypersonic speeds. It means a speed of over Mach 5, that is 5 times more than the speed of sound. That it makes it very difficult to intercept. So existing missile defense systems will find it almost impossible to intercept a hypersonic missile. So that is its important. Now, what is the advantage that a hypersonic missile possessing nation has? It gives you the same type of leverage that a nuclear weapon possessing state has. For example, you know, North Korea has got nuclear weapons. It is just because of this reason that the United States refrains from attacking North Korea. But in the case of Iran, Iran is more advanced on defense sector than North Korea. But nobody is afraid of Israel attacks Iran whenever they wish, and the US also attacks Iran. This is because Iran doesn't have a nuclear weapon, but North Korea has. So that is the advantage a nuclear weapon possessing state has. And in the coming days, this is the type of advantage which a hypersonic weapon possessing nation will get. So now you got an idea of the advantages that a hypersonic nation gives to a country. Now let's look into how India is, what are the modifications needed by India for upgrading the or possessing a hypersonic weapon, and how is this going to alter the power structure in South Asia and even in the global scenario. Let's take a closer look into those aspects. Welcome to Insights. I am Hari Kumar. Let's start with the India's experiments on the hypersonic front. As, from newspapers, I have read that India started testing hypersonic technology from 2018 or 19. India did several tests. India developed a scramjet engine. This is the engine that powers a hypersonic missile or a glide vehicle. So India had successfully tested that in 2019. I have read that in 2021 India successfully tested an HSDTV, I think, a hypersonic technology demonstrating vehicle. So that was done in 2021, and it means India has mastered the scramjet technology by then. And in 2023, many news agencies in the world and many defense analysts reported that India has successfully tested a hypersonic missile. Many analysts posted the smoke trail of the missile on their social media handles. Even China did that, and they said the missile tested by India, which India claimed was Agni missile, was not really Agni missile. It was a hypersonic missile. I think perhaps that was correct. India actually tactfully denied that at that time. But now it means that India might have done several tests before. Every country does that before announcing a successful test. So I think India had actually might have tested this in 2023. And only now India publicized the test. You know, in the last couple of years, China has been wary of Indian missile tests. Chinese radar ships, in the guise of doing experiment, used to spy around Indian Ocean as well as Bay of Bengal. So you might have read that Chinese ships, research ships, anchored in Colombo. They anchored They were traveling through Bay of Bengal. They were traveling through, roaming around in Indian Ocean. I think China was wary. China knew that India was going to test something big, and now their fears have become real. India has successfully tested a hypersonic missile. So that is the importance. Now you know India needs to develop the air launched version. India will have to, of course, conduct many more tests of this land launched version. India will have to test a submarine launched version. So only then a triad of hypersonic vehicles will be ready. You know, a country is considered fully nuclear only if the country possesses a triad of a missile triad. I mean, you need to be able to launch a nuclear tipped missile from the land, from the air, as well as from the sea. That is, from the ship as well as a submarine. Then only the advantage of possessing a nuclear weapon will be available. You know, if India has got this triad or three types of missiles, plus a nuclear bomb, that is going to help India a long way in becoming a full nuclear power. India already has that. I mean, conventional ballistic missiles which can be launched from land, then submarine launched K missile is there, then air launched missile is also there which can be launched from Sukhoi Su-30 MKI. But if you develop such a hypersonic version also, that is going to help India in a big way. So this is the advantage that a hypersonic missile is going to give India. Now you know hypersonic vehicle or hypersonic missile. There are two types. I have read that. I'm not an expert in those matters. Let's experts explain that. But I think India's missile is a proper hypersonic cruise missile and not a hypersonic glide vehicle. I think China's hypersonic missile is actually a hypersonic glide vehicle. It is a missile that rides piggyback on a conventional ballistic missile, and when the ballistic missile achieves hypersonic speed, this missile will be released, the glide vehicle will be released, and it will glide towards the destination at hypersonic speeds. But India's missile is a scramjet powered real cruise missile which can be launched from and which travels through the earth atmosphere. You know, these missiles are almost sea skimming, that is, they travel almost at a height of 10 to 15 meters. I read that the missile launched by India yesterday, hypersonic missile, can travel at a height of just 10 meters above the sea level. So that makes it very dangerous. It cannot be detected by radars, conventional or even modern radars. So this is going to give a headache to many countries, a heartburn to Pakistan. You know, even with its current range of 1500 kilometers, if this hypersonic missile is launched somewhere from central India, it can reach any part of Pakistan. Say if it is Peshawar or Lahore or Islamabad or Karachi, it can be launched safely from somewhere in central India, Madhya Pradesh or Chhattisgarh. And you know, the range of this missile can be easily improved also. It's not a big deal to improve the range. When for hypersonic vehicles it is like that. So I think India has a potential to improve the range to over 10,000 or 12,000 kilometers. That means it can reach any part of the world easily. So now you know the significance of this test. And anyway, The DRDO, which has often been blamed as a white elephant, can now hold its head high. As an organization, now they can hold their head up. They can stand up. They have proved their mettle. And you also need to remember that a couple of days ago, DRDO had successfully launched a cruise missile, a subsonic cruise missile also, and that too with an indigenous engine. That subsonic cruise missile has a range of over 1,000 kilometers. And now you may be wondering, when India has got a missile like BrahMos, and now India successfully tested a hypersonic missile, why does the country need a subsonic missile? The reason is, a subsonic missile is very cheap, but a hypersonic missile is very costly. If you the amount needed to construct or build 100 hypersonic missiles will be more than enough to build, say, 5,000 subsonic missiles. So if you launch 100 subsonic missiles, it can pass through some of them will pass through defense missile defense mechanisms, and if you launch a large number of them, that will some of them will pass through it. But in the case of hypersonic missile, they will definitely breach the missile defense system. They cannot be intercepted, but they are costly also. You cannot make a huge number of thousands of hypersonic missiles. So now you got an idea of how big the achievement of India is. And I will be back with more such interesting topics. If you like this video, please like it and please follow me. Thank you and meet you again soon. Goodbye.